Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome Tuesday. Ask the Alchemist. New time, same place, same place. Different places in space and time, but same place when we all come together. So it's nice to be here with you. Say hello. Let me know where you are tuning in from today, my dear ones. Luigi always likes to get under the blankets once we start. He likes to knock over everything where my tools are, get closer to the action. Oh my goodness, so much has been happening, so much. Okay. But no matter what's happening, let's remember to keep our eyes on the prize, the prize. And the prize is whatever it is you are intending to create for yourself. You want to stay connected to that aim, to that seed, to that intention, no matter what's going on. Don't let these distractions pull you off on other roads that might be detours, taking you longer to get there. Stay connected to your aim, to your seed, to your intention. Notice when you get pulled out and then bring yourself back. This is really a practice of disciplining your mind, right? Disciplining the mind. And our mind can get easily distracted, easily manipulated, but it's up to us. Hi, hello, welcome. But it's up to you, not up to us, up to you to do what you will with your mind. If you don't have control over it, somebody else will. So this is a practice of occupying yourself, right? Of controlling yourself, staying connected and connected to yourself, and yourself is connected to your dreams, your aim, your goal, your intention, your desire, whatever that looks like for you, right? Hey, Mom. Okay, so today's drawing was all about dreams, all about dreams. Here it is. I posted it in the Inner Alchemist Facebook group. So you can check it out there if you want more time to contemplate it. And if you're new to the drawings, what I do recommend is, I have to lock my screen, but you get different information when you rotate it. I'm getting the reflection off my light. When you rotate it, so when I'm doing drawings for myself, I spend a lot of time in contemplation, looking at it from different angles, different perspectives, just as we do with life, right? We tend to always look at things from one direction. We habitually look at things in one direction. Oh, love, I can't see who said that. You're going for a walk. Oh, Aneta, lovely to be with you on your walk. Yay, I'm going for a journey. I love it. Okay, so we tend to habitually look at things from one way, right? Notice when you're walking, Aneta, notice where you habitually look at when you're walking. Are you looking straight ahead? Are you someone who tends to look down at your feet? Or are you taking in the sky and the birds and the plants, right? So I make it a practice when I'm outside walking to look at things I don't normally look at. Okay, some people, you see them, especially in urban environments, they have blinders on and they're just walking straight ahead and you can see they're not even in their body. So walking can be a really beautiful way to perceive the world in new ways by actually looking in different places. Okay, so do take time to shift your perspective and look at things from different angles and you'll get different information. It's very eye-opening, mind-opening, and a really great tool to expand your awareness and perspective, especially those of you who are very interested in learning how to boost your intuitive ability, right? And use that to a greater level. Well, as an intuitive and clairvoyant, I make a practice of opening my awareness 360 degrees all around so I can take in all the information that I need to receive in order to share with you. Always birds and sky, flowers and hugging the tree. I love it. So let me share with you what came through on these lines today. You have lots of plans, big dreams. Are you the dreamer or is someone dreaming you? Okay, I didn't think about this when this came through, but it's reminding me of a really fascinating story. When I was a teacher, I was a Montessori teacher for a while, and I had a student who was a very challenging student. He was challenging for everybody, but somehow he was very attached to me, and and he felt very connected to me. And one day he came up to me and he said, "Miss Bree, you know, I feel like I'm the child of someone else's dream, basically, and I can't wake up." I was like, okay, who makes this stuff up? I mean, he was like 7 years old at the time. I'm trying to think, were there any movies around that maybe he, saw that and was influenced, or any books he might have read? I couldn't think of anything. So I started asking him questions, and I really took him at his word. I said, well, who is this child that's dreaming you? So when he was awake, he was the dream life of this other child who was sleeping. Wild, right? So I said, what's the name of this child? And he knew the name of this child. I said, well, have you tried talking to him? Because a lot of times in the dream state, we can actually talk to ourselves and have what's called a lucid dream. So I suggested that he talk to this child who's dreaming him into being, and let him know that it's very uncomfortable for him, because he never felt like he was in control, because he was at the behest of the dreamer. He wasn't the dreamer, right? And so I gave him some pointers on what to do with that. And never once did I think he was making this up. I really believed what he was telling me. And I asked him a couple of days later what he said, and he never brought it up again. So I don't know, how that worked for him or not. But I thought that was fascinating, that he actually believed himself to be the dream life of another child. And that made sense to me, because he never felt like he was in control, and he was always trying to find ways to control others. Anyway, so are you the dreamer, or is someone dreaming you? Your plans have already been set in motion. Your dreams are already realized. Open your heart to see you are that which you seek. Okay, your dreams are already realized. Now, if you've been coming to my classes and you've been studying with me for a while, you have heard me talk about this, that all time is now. There is no past and there is no future. There is only now. All time is now. We have an experience of time in this dimension to track things, but all time is happening simultaneously. And so everything that you're dreaming already exists. The fact that you are dreaming it and it has come into your awareness means it is already true and already realized. Creation is finished, as Neville Goddard always says, which I love. That's one of my most favorite chapters. I think it's in Power of Awareness. I don't remember which book it's in, but creation is finished. So the fact that you've been gifted this vision, you've been given this dream. Now, are you the one imagining that completely, or is it being given to you and you are receiving that as the receiver that you are? So once you've been given it, already it contains all the information you need for you to bring that into being. Okay, so it's already realized. So once you've received a vision or a dream or have an intention, know that all you have to do is act as if that were already true. Behave in that moment now. Be in the now of that, not the idea of it being off in some future time. It's already now. So the more you connect with the now, we talked about in the beginning, connecting with yourself, which is in the present moment, the more you can connect with where that is now, the faster you can bring that into form. This is what fuses your awareness, fusing with the now, the present moment experience of that already being true, is what materializes and bridges the gap between the invisible and the visible. You, as a human being having a divine body, which is consciousness technology, is the bridge to bring that thought, that idea, that imagined state into physical form using the body mind. The idea, the feeling, the vision, the dream that you have has a particular feeling state that it invokes and evokes within you. When you connect with the feeling of what it is that you are dreaming, creates a particular vibration. This vibration is then broadcast through you. You are a transmitter and a receiver made of crystalline matrix, liquid crystalline matrix. You are a resonator. Okay, so that vibration then resonates out through you, and by the laws and nature of the universe, it creates the resonance of similarities Liking attract like. It will come back to you and reflect back to you. So you are using your divine tool of consciousness of creation in your physical self to create a vibration, which then influences and shapes consciousness around you, which then molds and reflects back to you. You are shaping consciousness with your awareness through the vibration. This is a big download. So you might want to go back and watch this again and again and again and again. Okay, you're going to get different information each time. But what I'm telling you is key in bringing your dreams into being. Connect with where it is now. Notice if you're thinking about it out in some future time. That is not aligning you with where it is now. Okay, so bring to mind, or you can put in the comments, bring to mind a creation you're working on, a dream you're dreaming, so we can connect with that, or bring it to mind as well. Okay. So what is it you're dreaming right now? What are you wanting to create or manifest? In the podcast this morning, we actually talked about manifesting. So I'll share that with you when that gets posted. It was a really, really great one. And so notice that automatically you already connect with not having it, right? It's not here. You're not experiencing it. It's not tangible. It's not, you can't touch it. You can't smell it. It's not in your physical world because you have the dream, but it's not here, but it is here. It's just, you have to train your awareness and perception to perceive where it is now. And that's using your mind, your imagination, your vision. Okay. So imagine that it's already true. So bring it into being now. Feel it now. Imagine, let's say it's a financial goal you have and you want to manifest $10,000 this month. Awesome. Imagine yourself already having all those bills in your hands and you could smell the money. You could feel it. You can see yourself opening up your bank account and looking at your statement and you have $10,000 that came in this month. Now, it doesn't matter how it's going to happen. That's not your job. That's the job of the universal mind to bring that to you because you are so connected with it already happening that you already are there. It is already true. You already have it. You already are it. You already breathe it. You already live it. You already think from that place. Everything is already now. If you had it, how would that feel? That's okay. Now you guys are connecting with it more. Beautiful. Okay. Universe knows the how. Exactly. Exactly. The universe knows the how. Okay. All you need to do is be you now. You just have to be you already having that. And the how will show up. That's it. The how is in the now. Period. The end. I'm done. Okay. I'm not even done with what's in the drawing. So this was based off of your plans have already been set in motion. Your dreams are already realized. Open your heart to see. You are that which you seek. You do not need to go out into the outer world. There is no out there. Everything in your world is purely a reflection of how you feel and think about yourself. The world is a mirror. So amazing. When you begin to embody and internalize that perception in your day-to-day, totally a game changer. So try to do that more and more each day. You'll see. It can get really trippy, but in a good way. Okay. And the last thing is, you need not know the how. We already talked about that. All you need is to be you now. That's it. You be that. You are that person. You're already that person. But you believe that you're not that person because you don't have that. But the fact that you have that dream, that vision, that goal, that idea, whatever it is, you have it. You have it in your mind. So you continue to saturate and infuse yourself with the having of that, with the being of that already in the now. And that creates the vibration, which impresses itself upon consciousness. The vibration is consciousness. The dream itself is consciousness. And the reality that you want to experience is also consciousness. But the only way to bring that into being is through you. Creation happens through you. So everything in your world is your creation. Everything. So when it's not going your way, I had something not going my way yesterday. It was very aggravating, but I was able to shift my awareness in the moment, took a few moments, really took several moments, but no more than maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And I noticed how I was getting activated by it, and I noticed my emotion around that, and I knew I did not want my emotion to create that. I did not want that vibration to perpetuate a reality that I did not want. So I continued to redirect my awareness, like we talked about at the beginning, to what it is I wanted. And I continued to communicate from that place. Now, it's not like I didn't express myself over here. I did, but I deleted it. It didn't get past that. I switched it. I flipped it. I changed it. I kept tuning it to the way I wanted to express myself from a place of that already being true, where my intention was already fulfilled. And 2 hours, no more than 3 hours later, I received a message that it was going to happen. Okay. So that's the power of that. And I also surrendered to, okay, universe, you know what I want. And I'm going to trust you that it's going to be taken care of. Whatever happens, this situation will be taken care of in a way that feels very safe to me, and in a way that feels comfortable to me. And it's exactly what happened. Okay. So you have this power as well. So notice when we talked about at the beginning, the distractions, they take you away from that. They get you in reactive mode. We want to redirect our awareness to how we want it to be. We want to stay connected to whatever it is we're dreaming. Oh, nice. I'm practicing it so often now. And the more we practice it, as you probably know, when you've practiced it with other things, it becomes second nature. It becomes you. So we are basically digesting or ingesting these new states of being by using our awareness. We become that vibration. Yes, you have to build more faith in it. Absolutely. So that's the beauty of doing it, right? You get to have more and more experiences with validate what you're doing, and it gives you more kind of, I want to say, chi. You get more energy around that. Okay. So it's fun to start out with things that are, maybe less challenging. There's less resistance to create. This is actually a question that comes up often in my private groups, is resistance to what they're creating, resistance to what's happening. And there's a couple of things that I will say to that before I bring in the sounds. Is we want to find the path of least resistance. Okay. We want to find the path of least resistance. Sometimes the resistance itself becomes a block and a pattern. It's a pattern you have. It's not that things can be, when we're doing something new, it can be uncomfortable. That's different than resistance. So what happens is the resistance becomes the sabotage, if that makes sense, right? So find the path of least resistance. Where does this feel more comfortable now? We're always kind of primed in this culture to notice where things are blocked. We notice the walls. We don't notice the windows and the doors. Always look for the space so you can feel your way through that. You can feel your way through that. There was a beautiful practice I used to do when I was dancing the 5 rhythms often. And we would just, there would be like 50, 60, 70, 80, sometimes 100 people on the dance floor. And it was called the dolphin dance. And you would just walk around the room. You just walk and you start moving and weaving in and out of people. And in the beginning, you don't want to walk into them. You don't want to walk into them. But eventually you start to tune yourself to where the space is between, and you don't even have to think about it. There's an intelligence that moves you, and you always know where to go. It's quite powerful. Okay, this is the same thing. When we're creating, we know where to go. So there's almost like a surrender to that, a trust to that, allowing the feeling body to guide you. This is where we get the how. It comes when we embody ourselves enough to feel our way through. So if we're feeling a block, then where is there an opening? Where is there an opening? It's like that picture that maybe you've seen of a bird in a cage, but the cage door is open, yet it's still in the cage, or a horse or an elephant tied to a chair. Come on, and they're not moving. It's the same idea. Okay, so find the path of least resistance. The other option when you have resistance come up is that you can dialogue with it. It might be there to tell you something. So this is where you start to learn if this is like an intuitive thing that's trying to tell you something, or if it's actually a pattern and an inner child or, unhealed aspect of self that's trying to keep you safe. So then you can dialogue with it. Usually it's the part of you that it's fears change, and that's just trying to protect you and keep you safe. So in that sense, what I find is it's very simple to listen and say, oh, okay, resistance, welcome, welcome. We don't want to fight it. We embrace it. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful you're here. What is it you have to share with me? What is it you're trying to tell me? And then you'll get a message. And then, you might say some doubts and fears and all these things might come up. Oh, I hear you. Yeah. But why don't we try this and see how this goes? Because, don't you want the same thing that I do? Pretty much 100% of the time, you'll get a yes. I have yet to get a no. So that part of you wants the same thing that you do, but they just want to keep you safe. So then you begin to work together. This is part of unity consciousness. This is where you're working with yourself now. And they're like, well, let's just try this. Okay, there's no resistance here. I'm here for you if you need. So now you've got your own back. You're taking care of yourself. And there's no threat being posed here. Okay, so we welcome the resistance, because the resistance is you also. So when you deny the resistance, you're denying a part of yourself. And that continues that dynamic. And we really want to find a place of opening and agreement and communion with self. Right? So we ask questions. We say, thank you. We welcome that. And then that part of ourselves feels heard, acknowledged, and seen. And I have so many clients, when we're working through things, the thing that they want most, probably, I would say, when we're working with like family patterns and family matrices, is they want to feel seen and heard and acknowledged and validated. But we don't do that to ourselves when we feel resistance. How often are we not validating ourselves, are not seeing ourselves, are not acknowledging ourselves? This is the magic right here. You are that which you seek. Okay. Let's just bring in the wisdom of the chimes here. A lot of downloads. Thank you for sticking it out, tracking it, being shaped and informed by it. You are that which you seek. Wisdom of the chimes. That's probably the most energetic I've ever heard her before. And she was saying in the beginning, you have no idea who you are. Like, who you believe yourself to be is like so shadowed compared to the light of who you really are. You have no idea who you really are and what you are capable of. And then as she was getting more energetic with her medicine and her music and her messages, it was basically like spring cleaning time. Clean the dust out of your ears, wipe the sand from your eyes, really get all the things that are in the way of you seeing things truly. And then at the end, it was like, boop, you popped out of your old skin into the new version of yourself. And the new version of yourself is so much more magnificent than what you could have even imagined for yourself. So you have no idea the magnificence of the dreams that have been given to you. And all you are tasked to do is to allow that to come through. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. You'll be given everything you need to make that happen. You will meet people who will help you along the way. You will get exactly the information, the ideas, the inspiration, whatever it is, the finances to make that reality happen for you. You are destined to bring that through when you allow it to come through you. You have no idea how powerful you are, what a creative being you are. And it becomes fun. It's fun. You have to enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, then you're not creating. Creation is a joyful process. Amazing today, you guys. So happy to share this information with you. I'm so grateful for you to receive it and to, be here with me. I totally value, appreciate, cherish your presence, your heart, and your light. And just want to share a couple of things with you. I have completed the monthly activation, so stay tuned for that being posted. And I will also be posting the link soon for the next You Now Masterclass, which I'm really excited about. It will be at the end of April, but registration will be opening at the beginning of the month. So stay tuned to that. We also have one more thing, is a Moonifest on Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern time. So if you really want to capitalize on the cosmic energies of our lunar goddess up in the sky and what her gifts are through you, then you can join me on Friday to use her power to help bring your dreams to life. And I thank you all for coming together with me to harmonize the nature of oneself. Blessings, everyone.